guys, how you doing? I hope you're having a good day, and if not, I hope I can make it a little better. So we've made it to day 20 of the Diamine 2024 Inkvent Advent Calendar. Let's see what we've got today. And the door for day 20 is here. Let's open it up and look inside. Here it is. Let's set it free from its plastic and give it a swatch. So here is the ink for day 20, and it is called Potpurri. If we look on the side, it just about says that it's a standard ink, which means it's not going to be sparkly, it's not going to be scented, it's not going to have a sheen. Well, it shouldn't have a sheen. It's just going to be, I'm guessing, a pinky, purpley, floral coloured ink. But of course, there's only one way to find out, and that's to give it a swatch. And as usual, I'm using my Seawhite of Brighton mixed media pad and my Sailor Hocoro dip pen with a Fude nib. And it is day 20. My goodness, where has the season gone? I'd have to look how to spell this, because this is not a word I have to often write. When I think of Potpurri, I kind of think of things that my older relatives have. I don't think I've ever bought any Potpurri. Please let me know if Potpurri is something you have. Let's do the thin lines. And the thick lines. Nice. And a swatch. This does feel familiar, I'm not gonna lie. This feels like an ink we've already had. But let's go in with the watercolour brush, see how that looks. Here's a juicy swatch. Yeah, it's very subtle pinky lavender. It's a lot like Potpurri. It kind of has a granny feel to it. It has a feel of an older age. It's very delicate and muted, which I don't hate. But yeah, it does feel familiar. So whilst this swatch dries, I'm going to see if I can remember where I've seen this colour from before. Okay, so here is the dried swatch for Potpurri, day 20, and I remembered whilst it was drying that it looks very similar to day 8, Marley. But whereas Marley was a cool grey purple, this is a warmer, slightly more cheerful, lighter purple. It also reminds me a little bit of the purple in my Kuretake Zig Clean Colour Smoky Colour brush pens, which I did make a video with, so I will link that up here and probably also down here if you're curious and seeing how they work. And what do you think? It's quite nice. It definitely has an antique feel to it. Once again, I don't think it's a colour I would have chosen as a writing ink, because maybe it was a little bit light than I'm used to writing with, but I don't hate it. It's got a tiny bit of colour separation here, but nothing spectacular. So I suppose we better make some art with it. for day 20 Potpurri, and it's an illustrative take on an allium. What do you think? I really love how the ink separated more into its blues around here. I think it gives it a bit of dimension. Unexpected dimension, but dimension all the same. I really wanted to try the wet on wet technique that I used yesterday of the peach, but I thought it'd be really cute to draw on top all the little allium flowers. And here's a quick revisit to how the ink is looking over here. And yeah, it's the same as it was before. A smoky, light, purpley, lilac-y mauve. An antique purple. It's an antique purple. But I'd love to hear from you guys who use this ink just for writing. Is it the kind of ink that you would like to use? I know some of you really like the subdued colours. You're not fans of the garish ones. I have to admit, it isn't one I would have picked myself, just because it's a little bit light, but I quite like it. I probably will use it more as a writing ink than an art ink, as though I like the separation and this is a fun technique I would like to explore again in the future. I normally like a bit more tonal variation in my inks, and because this ink is quite light to begin with, I can't really get the darks and lights. Well, thank you for making it to the end of the video with me. I'd love to know what your favourite part was. If you could leave a comment in the comment section below. If you could like, subscribe, turn all notifications and share this video, that would be amazing. You can follow me at Enchanted Violin on Instagram, TikTok and Threads. Links will be in the description box below, as well as links to my online comic companions, my Patreon and more. And I'll see you tomorrow for day 21. Bye!